Hello, 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 how are you? This is Els, and I'm coming to you from Beamish Crafty Corner, and today we're going to be doing this. This is kind of one of my little my favorite little tucky spotty things. It has a little journal card inside of it, and it's paperclip. So, you can clip it on, to a page in your journal, and, add a little something. Now, usually that doesn't work. But you can move the clip around, So, like, I can put it on this side of the page and have it going up and down like this, or I can move the clip and I can have it go this way. It is entirely up to me. I will, of course, put all of the measurements in the description box below, and I will show you how to do this either on the ends here or on the back, so that you can do this and add a little extra journaling space to your journals. All right, so I'm going to get out the supply list and I will be right back. Supply list on this one, ridiculously easy. You're going to want a trimmer and your scoring tools, possibly a corner rounder, ink, adhesive, paper clip. Now, the ones I'm using today are these ones that have the flat tops on them, which you can certainly use any kind that you want. If you're going to use a round paper clip, just use your hole punch and put a little bit of a nip at the top so that you can slide the paper clip down a little further and it hides it. But we're going to be using the flat back one today. A scrap of cardstock, and then whatever you want to make the piece out of, okay? I'm going to clear this off. I'll be right back, and we'll start walking through this. So I am going to be using some journaling note cards, because that's kind of, what I want to use for this. So we're going to grab one of these out, and then for the journaling card inside, I'm going to use the other half of the one that I used for the first card. And it's relatively simple. This card is cut in half. That's 3 inches. It needs to be 3 1/4 the other way, and it's 4 inches. So I'm just going to trim this down. So it's 3 1/4 by 3, and all the measurements are going to be in the description box. And then I'm just going to round the corners on this. Okay, that's it for this part. Let me get this out of the way. So we're going to bring this in, and we're going to need to have a piece of paper inside to hide the paper clip and to help hold it down. So once we fold this in half, it's going to be 3 inches across, and it's 4 inches this way, but we don't want to cover the whole inside. So we're going to go like 2 inches by like 2 1/4. Okay, that's that. So the next part is the scoring. So we're going to bring in our journaling card, and we're going to score this at 3 inches. And then we're going to fold it in half. Make sure we line everything up. And then I'm just going to go over that fold with my bone folder. Okay, now this is going to go this way, and I'm going to want to put a nip in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line this up. I'm going to find that center point. I'm going to put a little pencil mark here. Okay? That way I know where the center is, and then whatever punch you want to use to put your finger nip in. You could certainly go in the top if you wanted to. Absolutely. And we'll do one that way just so you can see. And then paper clip. If you're going to ink, now would be the time to do so. And then we're going to cover the paper clip with a piece of paper. So we want to put that in and just fold it over and make sure that we're not seeing any of it here. Okay, and we're going to use a heavyweight glue. I'm going to use 3-in-1 for this. So I'm just going to put some on here. And then I'm going to put some on the back of the card. And then I'm going to put this over my pen. There we go, over my paper clip. I'm going to put some clamps on this and I'm going to let it dry. This will take a couple of minutes to set and dry. Okay, so I have it in position where I want it. I'm going to put some clips on it. I'm not going to close this because I don't want to run the risk of having it glue shut. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry and then I'll be right back. So the glue is now dry, okay? So we're going to turn our attention to the journaling card, which we are going to ink up, front and back. And the reason I chose to use a journaling card is because I know that the backs of them are generally very light in color, but they are colored. And so I don't have to worry about backing this with any paper or anything because it's already kind of backed. And then we're just going to put our glue on both sides. We're going to close this up. I'm going to put a couple of clamps on it while it's drying because we have to, we have that paper clip in there and that puts bulk in there. And then, we're going to see, is there anything that I want to put on here? Do I want to put any details on this? Do I want to put any decorations? It's entirely up to me whether I want to do that or not. I don't really see a reason to because the pad is already decorative. But you may want to do that. And so if you want to do that, this would be a good time to do so. All right. So now we're just going to take our journal card. We're going to slide it in. And it should fit perfectly in there. Now, you could put a little bit of a pull on this if you wanted to put on a little piece of lace or some ribbon or something. That would be adorable on here. You just attach it any way that you want. A little staple or something would put that on there, would make that real easy to pull in and out. It's real easy right now, but but that's it. That's my little extra tuck. All right, so we're going to do one more because I'm going to show you how to do this so that it goes on sideways. All right, so I will be right back to show you that. as soon as I get this cleaned up, and I will show you how to put it on sideways, okay? Be right back. Okay, so this one will go on the top of the page. No problem. You could put it on the side if you wanted to this way, but that will make your card fall down. So what if you wanted to put it on here like this? Well, you could put your paper clip on this side, and then it would slide on this way. So you just put the paper clip on the bottom, and it would slide on that way. But what if you wanted to make this on the left-hand side of the page? How would you get that on there, other than at the top? Well, if I wanted it to be here, in the middle of my page, how would I do it? So I'm going to show you how. Just a second. I'm going to bring out the cutter and the scoreboard. We're going to do the whole process, but I'm going to show you one extra step, okay? So this is going to be my base. So I'm going to score it at 3 inches. I'm going to fold it in half. Okay. This is going to be my journaling card, so I'm going to cut it. Three by 3 1/4. Okay. I'm going to round my corners. So far, everything is exactly the same. Here's where it's going to change up just a little bit. I'm going to get out a ruler. And on the inside, I'm going to say that this is 4 inches. So this is 2 inches right here. Okay? I'm going to draw a line from 1/4 of an inch on either side of that midline. Okay? And then I'm just going to take a razor and I'm just going to cut a slice right on that score line. Okay? And the reason I'm going to do that is so that I can put my paper clip through. Remember, we're only putting the small end of the paper clip through. And then you're going to adhere your paper over it. Okay? So again, we're going to get out our 3-in-1. Cover this. Add a little bit here. Okay. And we're just going to make sure that this paper doesn't interfere with the fold, okay? And I'm going to let this dry. All right, once this dries, then, we can do the rest of it. So I'm going to let this sit and dry for a few minutes, and then I'm going to come back. We'll go through the rest of the process. I'll be right back. All right, so this is now completely dry. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to put a finger tab over here. And ink. Now, a little word of the wise here. Be careful when you're inking this part that's opposite of the paper clip, and I'll tell you why. Because if you ink here too much, what's going to happen is you're going to end up with a line where your paper clip is. You don't want that. Okay? And you could ink before you put the paper clip in, but if you do that and you're off on the cut, it's going to show. that. And I'm going to do a little bit here. And then I'm going to glue this shut. Now, if you want to add a little stability to this, you could put a little washi tape in here. That is entirely up to you. It's not necessary, because once this is closed, you're not going to have any stress on it. Okay? Alright, we're going to let that glue up. We're going to ink up our journaling card. See how I distract you while that dries? All right. And that slides right in. So now I can put one at the top of a page, on the left side of the page. I can put the clip here and put it on the right hand side of the page. I can put the clip at the bottom and put it up here, whichever direction I want to go, okay? But this is the only one that's really, you know, a little different. That's it. That's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. What the heck, you know? If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends, and your friends can be my friends can be your friends, and our friends can get to be friends. And before you know it, we have a giant crafting community. I go live on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 11, 12, and 1 across the country. I also upload videos on Mondays and Wednesdays. And I am currently working on a series of free classes that post every Saturday. And then I go live Saturday night, Saturday evening, to answer any questions that you may have. We just finished a little golden book, and we're going to be moving into some other things here as we go through the year. Also, don't forget my 12 of 22 challenge. That is 12 opportunities to make single signature journals and send them to my Facebook group. At the end of the year, I'm going to give away some lovely gifts for participation. That's all I have. Until the next time, stay safe. Bye-bye.